obviously you know that I don't like talking to people prior to the interview.
Sure.
I feel like an asshole when I do, though. Because I'm kind of like, Ugh.
You're like, no, I don't want to talk.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Hi.
Hi. What's
How
up,
are you?
man? Good to see you.
Good morning. I'm Mark M. Smeltzer. This is Get Marked Up. Who the fuck are you? No, this is this is Brad Lambert.
Yes, sir.
And I literally know nothing about you, first of all.
There you go.
And that's just how I like it.
Yeah, we met the other night.
Yeah.
And
This was at the Lewis House premiere.
Yeah, and you started to ask me questions.
Yes, and I was like, no.
You're like, just kidding. Let's save it.
I don't want to know a thing. Yeah, so, okay. How do you know Lewis?
Oh, man. I'm kind of very blessed to be in that circle of, like, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tom Bilyeu, Lewis Howes, and those guys. So, you know, when you're kind of in that circle, you get to meet a lot of different people, and Lewis was one of them. I was at some Vayner event, and we connected, and we've been friends ever since.
So what was the value that he found in you know, how do you show people your value, your services, what you provide?
I try to provide value in every situation I'm in.
Okay.
To anybody.
Example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
But I think that's the game changer. You know, I think a lot of people psych themselves out. They're like, I need to provide outrageous value.
Yeah, sure.
But, like, you don't know what the other side's looking for.
Yeah.
So just throw as much shit at the wall as you can and see what sticks.
Okay, so what was some of the stuff that you threw at the beginning when you first? Well, how long you been in the industry for?
Out here?
What do you do?
Yeah, that's a good place to
Well,
start.
I want to make sure that this is on airplane mode, by the way. I don't edit these, by the way. I really don't. But in this case, since it was not on airplane mode and it's low budget,
There you go.
you know, you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You know, it's
Exactly
the hustle.
right.
It's the grind. Do it.
That's this town.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Exactly. So how did you start in? Well, what do you do?
So I'm a producer.
Okay.
I'm a talent manager, consultant. I speak. I do a little bit of everything, but that's just me chasing my passions.
Sounds like you have a favorite, though.
A favorite thing?
Yeah.
Not to sound cliche, but I love everything that I do.
Okay.
You know,
That's not cliche. That's fine.
I mean, my thing is like, if you're doing something you don't enjoy, stop doing
Yeah.
it. Like,
why the fuck are
yeah,
you doing it?
It's a waste of time, and I mean, you know, we all have a limited amount of time here.
Sure.
Why waste it doing something you don't enjoy? And don't give me the it pays the bills shit. Like, there are things you can do to pay the bills that you actually enjoy.
That's right.
Just go out and find it, you
That's
know,
right.
or make your own opportunities. So, I was in the sports industry for a long time.
Did you play sports?
I did, not obviously professionally, but I played sports growing up. Hey,
Not obviously, bro. You're a pretty fit, good-looking dude. Like you could have pulled that shit off.
you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But no, I stuck to did soccer, football, baseball, a little bit of hockey, but I just love sports. So
Sure.
I grew up in Pittsburgh, which is a sports town.
Shout out Pittsburgh.
Exactly, Steelers, Penguins, you know, my guys. So I got into the sports industry on the business side and was there for almost 10 years working in marketing and PR and social media and branding, and worked with a bunch of the Pittsburgh Steelers, which was a dream. No accident.
I can imagine.
No accident, but like I said, it's like if you have a passion,
that happens for you, bro.
create an opportunity around that, and that's what I've done since I was in high school. And then
So you started when you were in high school doing these things because of the sports.
Yeah,
Okay.
just I wanted to. I've been working since I was like 16, like
Gotcha.
entrepreneurial, just kind of like doing social media and content and stuff like that. So
Were you good at school?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just cool, right? All right.
No, I mean, for me, it was like I've been very focused.
Sure.
I'm just like no bullshit, just go. So since,
You married?
No,
No? Okay.
I'm available, ladies.
Yeah, see?
You know, what are you doing?
What? Yeah. What are you doing? Are you a chaser? Or are you more like, you know, laid back and let the lady come to you?
It just has to be right.
Sure.
You know, like I'm very specific with my time, and you know, I'm not going to waste it or settle in any shape or form.
Because there's some women that it's a complete waste of time.
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody.
Or people in general.
Yeah, people in general.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not to sound sexist or
no,
anything, it is
no,
2020.
No, just in general.
Sure.
I mean, you got to look at who you surround yourself with, both male and female, and just surround yourself with good people. And if you're dating, it's no different.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I would say that this is a complete waste of time. No.
Yeah.
No.
That's to be determined.
Yeah. No, by the way, thank you for doing this.
Of course.
Because I was like, wow, this seems like a cool dude. You know, first of all, it was your suit.
No, thank you.
Shout out to Zara.
Zara. I'm
Yeah.
still. Where you at? Call me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sponsor, bitches. Yeah. For real. Okay, so back to you did that for 10 years over in Pittsburgh.
So I was in the sports industry, and I've always been pretty simple. I love sports and I love entertainment. So I was in sports for a long time, and the other side of that coin for me is film, TV, music, and stuff like that. So I was blessed to have an opportunity to come out here and work for a guy that I just respect beyond words, and that was Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, cool.
So
Shout out RGA.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. So you did I looked through your I kind of do just a quick,
Sure.
But I really don't like to know anything
No, it's
about
good.
somebody.
Yeah.
Because then it's more genuine. It's
Yeah.
like truly,
Surprising, yeah.
who are you as a human?
Tell me.
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah, put you on the spot. So, what was that like working with Robert?
I mean,
Isn't it? I mean, some people call him Bob, right? Isn't that?
I mean,
Very few.
Robert.
It's mainly Robert,
It's
right?
like Robert or Downey or RDJ. It just depends who you're talking to.
Sure.
Or Mr. Downey Jr.
Sure. Yeah, not Mr. Junior.
Yeah, exactly. No, but he was the best. I mean, him and his whole team, just the top professionals in the business, and I think his track record speaks for himself. So,
Sure.
Just everybody from top to bottom of the team was an incredible experience. It was my shock and intro to the industry, So
what year was this?
It was about 5 years ago. So I moved out here. And
so this is like after the Avenger had come out. And...
Yeah, so I literally came on board when he was right before the press tour for Age of Ultron.
Okay.
So was there for about a year, and then.
And what was your specific role?
I wore a lot of different hats over there. So I came in with my marketing and business background, social media background. I helped put together a deck to tell him, like, hey, like, we really need to get you on Instagram. It's a huge weapon for your brand, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
And they actually ended up launching
Wait, he wasn't beforehand?
He was not. So
Bro.
He ended up getting on Instagram during the press tour of Age of Ultron.
Cool.
So that was like a really cool thing to be a part of, and just kind of learn about the industry from one of the top production companies and guys in the business, and ever, really.
What do you think the hardest part was about that for you?
It was a whole different ballgame,
Because it wasn't sports?
Yeah, I mean, entertainment, there are some similarities, but, like, I didn't go to USC Film School, you know what I mean? I had a pretty impressive business and marketing background, so I was able to bring that with me. But as far as, like, script coverage, script analysis, and...
Well, you were going against guys that had gone to school for that.
Yeah, so it's, once again, what kind of value can you bring to the table?
Sure.
Big or small, it doesn't matter. Value is value, right?
That's right.
So it's like I tried to bring as much as I could, and I was blessed to have the opportunity, and it's something I'll never forget, and it's been a huge part of my life and a huge passion point because I'm a huge Marvel fan. So that was.
You're a big fan, Brad?
Oh, huge.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
well, it sounds like you got a favorite. Now, obviously, I know you can't. That's like a dead giveaway.
Like, come on.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, did you grow up with comics, reading comics?
Yeah, man. I grew up with Marvel and DC, and that's kind of been my MO my whole life. So it's been, now coming out here, it was like to work with Robert and his team, which was amazing. And then now as I'm independent, so I get to work with all the different studios, and I assist them with their marketing efforts. And I actually got to work on Avengers Endgame from a marketing standpoint with Disney, which was a dream.
So you had, like, the insight earlier, or just the end early on? No?
Nobody...
It was pretty tight.
Yeah, nobody knew anything.
Sure, okay.
I mean, we saw, like, assets, but it wasn't like, here's what's happening.
No plot, no storyline.
Even the art that was used for promotional material was a bit of a misdirection. But that's why Disney's so
misdirection?
Brilliant. Yeah, they make you think that something's going to happen, but then the totally opposite thing happens.
Okay.
So they don't give away anything. Like, there are scenes in the trailers that never were in the film, like, just total misdirection to keep you guessing. So you don't go in there knowing, like, the most epic moment of the film.
Oh, it sounds like Disney doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah.
So being a part of that...
Was it the biggest film?
Of all time.
So it topped Avatar, topped everything?
Yep.
Oh, Jim. Oh, bummer, dude.
Yeah, he was bummed, but,
Yeah, well, he'll come back with 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, what's funny is, Disney acquired Fox, so now technically Avatar is under them, right? So it's like, it's just ridiculous. And then Avatar 2 is coming out, I want to say next year, so it's like, it's going to be up there. I don't know if it's going to be able to top Endgame, just because, I mean, Endgame was 10 years in the making and 22 plus films, so it's just like, I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that. Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing, though. It took that many films to make that staple.
Yeah.
Yet Avatar did it in one.
Well, the thing about Avatar, and no disrespect to it, but it was like one of the first 3D films.
Yeah.
So
what was it, 08, 09, something like that?
Yeah, it was back.
Yeah.
But it came out on the scene, and everybody was just completely mind blown by the experience that you had in the theater.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, it was like the first of its kind. So it drove a lot of people to the theaters. So,
well, what's next, Jimmy?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if he can back up, number 2 and bring the same kind of heat. It'll be interesting, but yeah, I mean, I was a part of Endgame. I worked on Far From Home with Sony, which was a dream. So I'm just kind of trying to add whatever value I can to the studios on the titles that I love and that I'm passionate about. And so it's been, so I went with Downey, then went to Warner Brothers for 2 years and handled marketing campaigns over there.
Wait, do you live in Burbank?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm not too far at all. I'm actually like across the street from WB. So.
Oh, sweet, man.
Yeah, so it's
right
convenient.
there in like Screenland and all that.
Yeah, I mean it's great because I was at Disney the other day and I frequent WB and Universal's up the street, so it's convenient for the work that I do, and it's just a good kind of environment aesthetically to be in, because you look across the street and you see one of the big
your
studios.
dream.
Yeah, it's just like, and as a producer, I'm working on a feature film right now and a TV show. So
congratulations,
thank
man.
you. Thank you.
It's no easy feat.
It's not, but it takes a team, you
Sure.
know, and I'm very lucky to work with some incredible people, and we're busting our ass to bring these things to life, and God willing, things will kind of work itself out.
So I want to know about what you think about the culture of the political culture, and like things that you can or cannot say deemed by society that is appropriate, not appropriate, especially with Disney, because I know they're so tight-knit about, like, they fired like James Gunn for saying something 10 years ago, or
yeah,
like that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, because if you don't do it, you're screwed,
and if you do it, you're screwed.
Yeah, so it's as a brand like Disney,
yeah, sure,
who does primarily child-oriented films.
They probably don't want rape jokes all over the place.
Or, child molestation.
Yeah.
He had some, like, really vulgar
pretty dark
jokes.
Yeah, sure.
And,
they're jokes.
Yeah, but it's, like I said.
But at the same time.
If they did nothing, they would have been just killed in the press.
Sure.
So, like, unfortunately, they were, left with nothing but to do that, and he's back now. So it's like...
Yeah, but that's the thing. Just do a quick little... Maybe that was what they talked about.
Well, I mean...
You never know. Hey, we're going to fire you, and we're going to make this big thing about it.
I would be surprised if it was that kind of... I think they had to talk with James and vet him and see where he was mentally, and, But at the end of the day, like, with social media now, you have to be so careful with what you say.
I'm fucked, bro.
No, well, I mean, if you are a comedian,
Yeah.
There are.
If I'm an interviewer, if I'm a jokester,
so,
I have free range.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't care if they hire me or not. That's the difference.
Yeah, but
they hired Robin Williams. Think about the shit that he did.
Hey, man, that's an icon right there. For
exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's. A lot of people have to be very smart with what they put on social media and what they say. A lot of people are very cavalier about what they say and do, and they don't give a shit, and that's not the way to go, especially in this industry. But I mean, granted, it depends on what you're doing.
Sure.
But I just think the smart approach is always the best approach.
Well, I'm a fool.
No, I mean it's to each his own. But one comment, one thing can bury you.
Sure.
So it's especially in the world of social media,
Do you feel that you can dig yourself out as far as, like, you think that it might bury you, but in actuality, like, it is, like, every good thing is inherent, every bad thing is inherently good, and it teaches you something?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I always look at life as, I either win or I learn. I don't lose, you know. And I know that sounds super cliche, but that's honestly my mindset.
Because there's nothing to lose.
No, I mean, you learn. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Okay, but I learned how not to do it.
Exactly.
So
I 100%
I'm never, I'm fearless in that regard, because I will go at anyone, anything, any opportunity, and I just don't care. Like, I'm not going to psych myself out. I'm going to go for it.
Sure.
And if it works out, fantastic. And if it doesn't, well, guess what? I just realized 75 ways how not to do that one thing.
Exactly.
So it's
You're like the Edison of our time.
get out of here. But it's that kind of, the mindset game is so important, especially out here where people get told no. It's 3,000 times before they get a yes.
Absolutely.
So
and then another 3,000 before they get their second yes.
Yeah. So it's
fail fast, man.
I was speaking with a student yesterday in North Carolina who is talking about coming out here after he graduates, and I was just telling him, like, full transparency, man, this is not an easy industry, and that's not to like make you scared or like, oh my God, I'm not going to do it. I just want to prepare you that you have to do X, Y, Z to prepare yourself mentally, physically, everything. So when you come out here, you don't get bulldozed.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people who come out here who have just unrealistic expectations and they want to be Brad Pitt tomorrow.
Sure.
And it's like, no, like, you may get lucky. You may get lucky.
Sure, luck has something to do with
like,
it, sure.
I mean, everything has luck. Like, that's just the way it is.
That's life.
The harder I work, the luckier I get, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you cannot come out here and just be like, I'm going to be Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like that.
Right.
Especially,
I am going to be the next Johnny Carson.
Go for it.
But not tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like you said, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a lot of people, and I was just telling him, like, you have to have a strong mindset. You're going to get told no 1,000 freaking times. You got to be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to knock on so many doors and nobody's going to open. It's like sales, you know? Knock, knock, nothing. Knock, knock, nothing. And then maybe 5, 6, 7 times later, the door finally opens.
I think you meant years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Overnight success is 10 years. I've been out here 5 years, and I feel at 5 years, I've done a nice job building my foundation out here.
Yeah.
And with the relationships that I have, notice how I said relationships and not connections.
Well, because that's all it is.
That's it.
It's purely a relationship business.
I hate the term networking. In my younger days, I used to throw that around all the time.
Here's my card.
Yeah, and
contact me.
I was out. This was like, I want to say 6 months ago, and the student came up to me and was like, "You want to network?"
Wait, when you say student,
yeah, you
just mean some student?
Yeah, college. Yeah,
just college kid.
Yeah.
Coming up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just didn't know if it was like a student that you're like that that you were teaching, like your mentorship. You're like little puppets running around of mini producers.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, she I think went to NYU or something, and she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, you want to network?" And I was just like, "Oh my Lord," and I was just like, "Please."
That wasn't a hitting a woman reference, by the way.
I was like, "Please."
So you gotta cover your bases.
Don't ever say that again. I'm doing you a favor. Please.
No network.
Please, just don't say that. I was like, there's so many other things you can say, like, hey, there's a lot of synergy between us. We're doing the same things. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, let me know. Here's my information. Let's connect, and let's see if we can work together in the future. So much better.
Let's establish a relationship.
Then let's network.
Yeah.
And when I told her that, she was like, wow. She was like, I met someone at a major studio last week, and I said that, and they essentially slammed the door in my face. And I was like, that's why. Like, your goal should not be to collect contacts. Your goal should be to create relationships.
Yeah.
And that's, like, I talk about this. I'm writing a book about it. Like,
oh, you are?
Yeah.
Is it coming out this year or next year?
Oh, no. It'll probably be next year.
Sure.
But it's, traditional networking is dead. And you have to...
Don't say that.
It's dead, dude. It's dead. But a lot of people have to take the appropriate, approach and really build genuine relationships with people. And it's not, what can you do for me? Nothing? Cool. All right, good luck with your life.
Yeah.
That's not going to get you anywhere. And you have to have these genuine relationships. And notice how I said genuine, because that's important. Because if you come at it from a fake angle, it's going to blow up in your face 10 times worse.
That's right.
So, that's something that, especially the younger generation, the next generation of this business, communication is shit due to social media and technology.
Nobody knows how to discuss things.
They can't do this.
That's right.
They cannot sit here, look at someone in the face and talk, and it's bad. So, technology's...
But I can, and I'm so humble. Yeah.
Technology is important, but at the same time, if you can't communicate with people, in the real world, it's not going to get you far.
Exactly.
You can hide behind an avatar all you want, but if you can't handle a professional conversation one-on-one, there's going to be a big wall in front of you for the rest of your life.
Okay, so I don't, I want to plug your book, shameless promotion here, of course. It's because that's my job, like I get people on this show.
Yeah.
That it's just starting so that I can do that sort of stuff. But at the same time, well, go ahead.
No, it's coming.
Yeah.
I can't say too much right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that I'm working on this thing that I hope will help a lot of people with this aspect of their lives, both personally and professionally.
Yeah.
Because it really impacts everything.
Okay, how about this? We'll do a quick, 1 minute, a little test right here. Let's take me, for example.
Sure.
You know that I don't have a filter.
True.
And that is my brand.
Yes.
That is me. And I'm going to alienate certain people.
This is true.
And that's not my problem.
That's okay.
Because those are the people that I don't want as my...
100%.
Okay. All right,
100%.
cool. All right.
Well, I look at it too. People are like, "Oh my gosh, 50 people unfollowed me today." Like they'll say stuff like that, and I'm like, "Then those 50
room for
people,
more followers."
Well, those aren't your people.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But you always have to maintain that level of professionalism, because I always say, like, I'm never gonna load the gun for someone else to shoot me with it. Meaning, I'm not gonna intentionally disrespect you, treat you like shit.
Oh, of course.
Wrong you in some way,
Absolutely.
shape, or form. You may not like me because I'm wearing this black shirt, but that's on you.
Yeah, I
know
hate
what
your
I mean?
black shirt.
So it's something that I'm just like, people need to really think about that, where it's like, oh shit, like, am I loading the gun for other people to talk shit about me? Because they're going to do it regardless. But if it's coming from their own insecurities and their own issues, that's on them.
But that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of the things that I talk about and say, like suicide, rape, religion, molestation, all this other stuff, or the good things too.
Sure.
I believe personally that everything happens for you and that you chose it. Like your energy, it's already been chosen.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, that scares people because they don't know how to deal with the responsibility of their lives. The past, the present, the future.
It's easier to ignore your responsibilities than to actually, like, deal with them.
Yeah. Well, I know it sounds so dumb when it's said out loud, but at the same time, it's like, it's so simple.
It's, I mean, I think, I had an interview about a month ago where I was talking about just this industry. It's a very negative, toxic place because egos and, lack of confidence and insecurities, and it should be a much more collaborative place. And it's not.
Sure.
It is one of the most collaborative businesses. At the same time, it's not collaborative at all.
Yeah.
So it's like...
That makes sense.
I want to help change that culture here. Because instead of, if you were a producer like me, and instead of me saying, you know what, dude, fuck you. Because you're a producer. I'm a producer.
Yeah. Well, how about we produce something together?
Oh my God, genius idea.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. A lot of people will take that first approach rather than looking at it as a collaboration. Like it blows my mind where like you'll meet someone and you'll be talking.
I want to steal that idea.
Yeah. Or they'll try to one up you.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I did X, Y, Z, and they're like, oh, but I did A, B, C, and I'm like,
congratulations, bro. That's great.
I'm not telling you for you to like come back at me as like you're better than me. This isn't what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the stuff that I'm good at and the value that I can provide in hopes that it's a puzzle piece for the thing you're working on, right? Oh shit, maybe that I can leverage Brad and we can work together on this and fix it as a whole.
And if we both make money and both do well, holy shit, way better.
Because what's funny is, guess what? If you don't collaborate with people, most of your shit's not going to get done.
Yeah.
Period.
I 100% agree.
And one of my strengths is, people have called me the Nick Fury of the work that I do because I'm constantly assembling a team of talented people to get whatever project done. I will go out and find the perfect person for this role, the perfect person for this job, and everybody works together.
You do casting too?
Not as much as I'm going to be in the future.
Sure.
But it just depends on the project. At the end of the day, it's all about providing the value.
Yeah.
So if someone needs me to cast something, I will cast that something.
Gotcha.
But it just depends on the opportunity. I'm generally just behind the scenes as a producer. So I'm working on the business side, the marketing side, the financial side. I'm working with so many talented people.
You haven't modeled before?
I have not, believe it or not.
That's... I like how you said that. You're like, dude, like, check this shit out.
Back in the day, my mom will appreciate appreciate this story because when I was a kid, I had the opportunity to be in like this massive chain for grocery stores and like be in this commercial.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's like a huge national chain, whatever. And in the commercial, I had to say fee, fi, fo, fum. That was it. And I didn't say it. And to this day, I tell my mom, Mom, I didn't say it. As a producer, that was a stupid-ass line, and I wasn't going to say it.
That's good. That's good.
So, no.
What was it like growing up with, you had both parents?
Both parents, yeah. And then I have a sister who's actually out here with me now, which is amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, she came out here about...
You guys rooming?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out, sis.
Yeah, Kate, love you. She's the best. Really proud of her. She's done an incredible job. She's actually...
Is she a wingman? Like, she'll hook you up with some...
She works over at Warner Brothers.
Oh, cool.
So she's over in the music side. She works on all the scores.
That's
for all
fantastic.
the films. So she's very...
Hey, I'd interview your sister. She seems cool, man.
Yeah, she is a badass, dude.
That's awesome.
And she's mad funny, so I think you too.
Mad funny,
yeah,
bro.
She's really, really funny.
All right, dog.
She won't admit it, but she's hysterical.
I'm not that funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I gathered when I first met you too.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so yeah.
Kate, I'd be happy to interview you.
Yeah, dude, we'll set it up. But the in front of the camera stuff, I'm doing more hosting now, which I'm excited about. Working on a TV project that has a lot of elements of that, and just trying to use my platform to inspire and help as many people as I can.
See, that's what I love to hear.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, when somebody you seem genuine.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you. Well, if I wasn't, then I'm not.
Either you play it well or.
Well,
no, I'm kidding.
Here's what I really focus on. I say this a lot. Is like when I have an interaction with someone, I'm not concerned about me. I'm concerned about them. So my level of awareness.
But you've trained yourself to do that.
Yeah. Once again, it's a mindset thing.
It's
right?
a mindset.
Your level of awareness depends on how much you care. Think about that.
When is it okay to say, what can you do for me?
I mean, it depends how comfortable you are.
Sure.
I would never say it like that, ever. Would you be against helping me with this project? Notice how I said that.
Yeah.
Would you be against helping me with this project?
Because people want to help other people.
That, but also,
but
would I be against?
No, of course
no
not.
way.
Yeah, you go for no.
Yeah, but
because,
not what can you do for me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just super douchey, dude.
Right? Right?
Especially in this industry, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's not. I always.
Or what have you done for me lately?
I always lead with, how can I help you? What can I do for you?
Yeah.
What are you lacking?
I did that when I first came here, and people are like, "That's weird."
100%. Especially.
But I'm like, no, that's genuine.
I'm from Pittsburgh, which is a very blue collar town, and hardworking. I mean, we had this steel industry, So coming out here, I had that
Pittsburgh
approach.
did steel?
Yeah, right. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
What? No, but when I came out here, a lot of people they looked at you like you're from outer space.
It's true. It's 100%. I 100% agree.
And they wanted me to conform to the way they did things.
Yeah.
And I was like,
not gonna happen.
No, dude.
I said the exact same thing.
Like,
dude, that's so crazy.
I was coming out here, and my goal was to I worked for a massive studio.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know as many people as I can and have relationships with them because ultimately it would help them do their jobs better and my own.
Yeah.
And there were people in the studio who did not understand why I was making relationships with people on other floors. And guess what? I was damn good at my job. And it was because I wasn't doing it by myself.
Yeah.
You have to get out of your own head. You don't get anywhere by yourself.
That's true.
Period.
Well, let me ask you this then. You don't get anywhere by yourself. How come you're still single?
That's a good question. But honestly, I'm very, going back to what we said earlier, is I'm very particular and I don't really settle at any capacity, but I'm also extremely busy with my work. I'm really looking for someone who is as much of a hustler as I am, who's doing her own thing.
Yeah, it sounds like you have preferences.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. I'm so busy with my work and my career and my goals that it's if I allow someone to come in and we don't vibe, it's not only going to screw up what I'm doing, but it's going to screw up what she's doing. So it's I have a lot of friends and I'm very lucky for that.
You seem thoughtful.
It's important, man.
Yeah.
It's really important,
Sure.
So it's your energy is important, who you surround yourself with is important, and like I said, I think I'll find someone who's in the industry, who's hustling, doing her thing, and we can come back together at the end of the day and everything's great.
is the reason why you're so focused on work was because you were hurt in the past?
No, my main thing, I moved 3,000 miles away from my friends and family to not fucking play games. I mean,
that sounds
just straight up.
Sounds accurate.
I mean, and
sounds like what you do.
As a entrepreneur, like, it's kill or be killed, right? So, like, I don't eat.
Well, that's
if
not
I
very
right. I don't eat if I don't make shit happen.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to like make stuff happen immediately.
Yeah.
There is no like, oh, you know, I'll be complacent. It's like I have to work to eat and live and survive. So I am built for this kind of life. I've done the 9 to 5 so many times, and I'm never at my best.
Doesn't it suck?
It works for some people, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But the way I am,
Yep.
I can't be in a room or at a desk or at one place for that amount of time.
I love that.
Because I need to be interacting with people. I need to be working on 17 different things. I had a meeting yesterday with this brilliant producer, and I was talking with her, and she was like, my mind is like 20 open tabs and, you know, doing this and that and the other. I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
I get it. Like,
you are my tribe.
And that's why we work well together.
Yeah.
And she was with me at the Lewis House event. Her name is Brianna. She was helping on the carpet.
Oh, cool.
She's a badass.
Shout out.
Yeah.
We do a lot of shout outs on this show.
But
because collaboration.
Exactly. Show love, not hate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's fun in that regard because like you meet people like that you mesh with, you know. And I'm always trying to have good relationships.
Well, I thought you sucked when I first met you.
That's what I thought when you asked me to be on the podcast.
You're like, fuck, I don't want to do this guy's thing. He's a nobody. Why do I want to help this guy?
Because, dude, at the end of the day, we get to have a good conversation. Hopefully someone at home watches this and gets something out of it. Why the fuck not?
Absolutely.
You know? I'm
going to ask one more question. The reason that I call this thing Get Marked Up is because also I have a shoot. What time is it? It's 2:40?
2:34, bro.
Oh yeah, I gotta get ready.
You gotta kick me out.
Yeah, I'm going to.
What a dick.
Going to set in a little bit.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I'll ask 2 more. I got a little bit of time. What makes you genuinely happy? I mean, just you feel that the connection that's with spirit or whatever you want to call it. Are you religious?
I was raised Catholic.
Okay.
So, but for me.
But I meant like a genuine happiness.
No, I mean, it's my passions. It's, you know, my family, my friends, my dog. I think it's a lot of people take things for granted.
Oh, sure.
Like
granted, not granite.
No. But people need to understand that because there are so many things. Like, we're sitting here having a good conversation. 2 good people, we're having a great convo. I'm happy, right? But a lot of people take this for granted. You know, I go home and see my dog every day. A lot of people would take that for granted. How many people you know have fucking dogs and cats and they just take their animals for granted? I come home, my dog sees me, and he's the happiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
And that is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that make me happy?
Mm.
You know? So, you know, the things that we take for granted, I think people need to kind of rewire their brains because there are so many unhappy people. But the question is why? Tell me, why are you unhappy?
People get defensive when you ask why.
Yeah.
So instead ask,
but
how come?
Well, yeah. It's like, tell me why.
Yeah.
And you may have some very good reasons.
Oh, sure.
But I recently came across a kid, okay? He's 21, 22 years old. He had cancer 3 times in the first 10 years of his life. And I'm speaking with this kid, and all 3 times he survived on an experimental treatment. So it's either...
3 different experimental treatments?
Yeah. So you're going to die or it's going to work. And he beat it 3 times. Mm. Kid's one of the most fascinating people
3
I've ever
for 3
met.
is a pretty good...
Yeah.
That's a pretty good
he's
rate.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But when asking him what got him through the darkest days of his life, you know what he said? Making gingerbread houses with my family. Playing video games. Watching baseball. Watching Spider-Man on movies. I love Tobey Maguire. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? That's how easy it is to be happy.
Yeah, it's a choice, man.
It is a choice, 100%. And when you're hearing a kid who fought cancer 3 times in the first 10 years of his life, and he's saying building gingerbread houses is what makes him happy, what are you complaining about? Mm-hmm. Honestly. Yeah. I want to hear it. Tell me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying your life's perfect, because I'm sure it's not. Mine certainly isn't. But am I happy? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I choose to be. Because there's so many things to be happy about. And it could be a whole lot worse.
Well, the reason I call this show Get Marked Up is because I believe you got to get a little fucked up in life.
Yeah.
In order to make it the best.
Dude, I've failed thousands of times.
I want to know the biggest failure of yours.
Ooh, the biggest failure?
The one where you thought, you know what, I'm just going to end my life. Like this, like
No,
absolute
dude,
crap.
Never been that regard.
Good. Well, for some people it can be, you know.
But, I mean, that's a tough question for me to ask to answer because I told you, like, I never look at it as I failed, I lost.
Sure.
Like,
Sure. But
always,
at some point, did you ever?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, in my line of work, I lose, I fail, I don't win so many times. So it's become just like on to the next.
Yeah.
You know, that I honestly can't pinpoint one thing that I'm like, wow.
Well, tell me a story then.
No, I mean, it's that's a tough, you know, I've had jobs, like, I went out for Disney and Marvel multiple times and came very close multiple times as, like, the runner-up for jobs and stuff, and it didn't work out. But that's the beautiful thing about the journey because I didn't get those jobs, and then I worked on Avengers Endgame with Marvel.
It propelled you to something else.
Well,
even better.
It was my goal and my passion to work with that company.
Mm.
It didn't work out from a job standpoint, like you work with them or for them. But I was like, I'm not going to stop. And I went around and created an opportunity to work with them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was bummed. I was sad.
Sure.
But I kept going and got what I wanted, which was that official collaboration with Disney and Marvel on, my God, Avengers Endgame, which is like, just literally, you talk about happiness, man, like, that will always be a part of my life. Just always.
How can you top that?
On to the next.
Yeah.
It's the way it is, you know. And I went from Endgame to Far From Home, so another Marvel film, especially Spider-Man. Great film.
It was a lot of fun.
You know, but that's what's
Shout
great
out
about
Michael
the
Keaton,
films.
man.
Yeah. Hey, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
A Pittsburgh guy. But yeah, so it's but yeah, now I'm producing and I'm doing films and TV shows, and the TV show I'm working on, I can't say a lot about it, but that is my baby. That's my passion project, and it's a unscripted reality show.
Oh, wait a second. I just said the first one. That was the first one. Far From Home was Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
This is true. Keaton was in Homecoming.
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal was in the
Oops.
second one.
My bad. Sorry.
It's all good.
There's so many movies on market now. So.
But yeah, the reality show I'm working on, it is so rooted in doing good and giving back and pushing others to do the same. And it's what we need right now, and it's getting a lot of great buzz around town, which is amazing.
Dude,
And
I'm stoked for you.
Thanks, man.
That's the thing is that I love seeing other people win.
Same.
Like,
And that's what's great about, like, the show is, I told you I have a big role in it in a sense that, like, I'm hosting and stuff. Yeah. So, but you could very much, you know, go out and get a Ryan Seacrest type person to host the show.
oh sure.
But there's no relatability there.
Yeah.
Right? I'm 31. Okay? I'm not there yet.
Jesus, dude,
Right?
you're so far ahead of so many people.
But it's not.
And so what?
I'm not there
Because
yet.
you're in a position to help.
But that's the point. I'm young in the business.
Yeah.
I'm 31.
Mm.
So when people watch this, they'll be like, "Who the heck is this guy?"
Yeah.
He's a nobody. In the grand scheme of things, that's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Well, that's why I asked at the beginning. Who the fuck are
But
you?
also, when you say that, and then you see what the show is and what we're doing with the show, you're like, "Wow, I can do that too."
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I want people to feel.
That's awesome.
So it's exciting.
So you'll let us know when it's. Follow Brad Lambert, by the way.
Yep, Brad R Lambert on Instagram.
And I'll make sure to put in the description all your
Hey.
links. You got a website too?
Yeah, same. Brad R Lambert.
See, look at that.
Yeah. But my Instagram is my platform of choice.
Oh, sure, same.
Yeah. So.
Well, that
enjoy
and
that.
obviously only on YouTube is Get Marked Up. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Working on that too this year. I'm gonna do more content heavy on YouTube and
Dude, I'm still
more
for
me.
it, man. I appreciate you.
You too, brother.
There's no ending to this.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the time.
Are you kidding? This was a blast. And we didn't even have to have our food or water or nothing?
Hey, man. Well, you got a shoot to get to, so it's now almost 2:45.
Cool.
Get cracking, dude.
All right. Thanks.
Get marked up. free plug for you.
And that's it.